In a world where robots walk among us and artificial intelligence evolves beyond our control, a new era has dawned. One where the lines between man and machine blur and the news of our world takes on a new face. Stay tuned for more updates on the future of technology and robotics.
Welcome to RBAI News. I am Ray Blyden. Today we're going to be talking about the biggest fear that most people have about AI is obviously people losing jobs, and that is who we're going to talk about today. One particular industry we're going to talk about here, and it is the video game performers. They're saying that they will go on strike over artificial intelligence concerns. What are their concerns? Well, let's read. Los Angeles AP says here, Hollywood's video game performers announced they would go on strike Thursday, throwing part of the entertainment industry into another work stoppage after talks for a new contract with major game studios broke down over artificial intelligence protections. What kind of protection do they want? I don't know. The strike, the second for video game voice actors, and motion capture performers under the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, will begin at 12:01 a.m. Friday. So I'm not sure when this story dropped. I don't know if it meant last week Friday or if it's coming up. What's the date on this story here? The date is July 26th. So yeah, just this past Friday, it dropped. So the move comes after nearly 2 years of negotiations with gaming giants, including divisions of Activision, Warner Bros., and Walt Disney Co., over a new interactive media agreement. SAG-AFTRA, which I still get royalties from, why must I cry? Negotiators say gains have been made over wages and job safety in the video game contract, but that the two sides remained split over the regulation of generative AI. A spokesperson for the video game producers, what's her name? Audrey Cooling, said the studios offered AI protections, but SAG-AFTRA's negotiating committee said that the studio's definition of who constitutes a performer is key to understanding the issue of who would be protected. The industry has told us point blank that they do not necessarily consider everyone who is rendering movement performance to be a performer that is covered by the collective bargaining agreement. SAG Chief Contracts Officer Reh Dogg said at a news conference Thursday afternoon, he said some physical performances are being treated as data. Without guardrails, game companies could train AI to replicate an actor's voice or create a digital replica of their likeness without consent of fair compensation. I have to agree with that, because not even being in the industry, just using consumer AI products for content creator like myself, I can take any voice and train it and use, someone famous or anyone's voice, really, a politician, to do deep fakes and all this kind of stuff. So I can understand that aspect of it. The AI should not be able to train on people's voices and not compensate them. Like, let's say someone just decided to train Suno. It's a AI for music, because I do music, and they train the voice, the Suno on my voice, which I don't think it's capable of doing yet. But let's say they train, because now Suno, I believe they offer stems. So let's say they make a song, and then they do use the stem, take the vocals, put it in another AI that trains voices, and they train my voice, and so now they make a song with my voice, and they blow up. Let's say they blow up and they become a millionaire. Am I entitled to any of that money? Should I be entitled to any of that money? That's a fair question to ask. I would argue yes, but some would also argue, like, if I propose this argument in my short podcast, what do you call it? I can't think of the name right now. What do you call it? Anyway, Swellcast. I proposed this argument in my Swellcast, and I had one videographer who said he don't deem it to be dishonest because it's in the public domain. So I don't know about that. I don't know, because YouTube, for example, someone brought this up on a AI channel I was watching on YouTube. They said, well, you have lots of people on YouTube who do video reactions. What if they video reacted to Tucker Carlson or someone, and then the AI trained on Tucker Carlson? Well, it's in the public domain, yes, but it's actually not. Someone's reacting to a video and stuff like that. So I don't know. You're blurring the lines there. You really are blurring the lines. So anyway, he says, without consent of fair compensation, I tend to lean on that side of things. The union said, we strike as a matter of last resort. We have given this process absolutely as much time as we responsibly can, Rodriguez told reporters. We have exhausted the other possibilities, and that is why we're doing it now. Poulin said the company's offer extends meaningful AI protections. We are disappointed the union has chosen to walk away when we are so close to a deal, and we remain prepared to resume negotiations, she said. Andy Norris, an actor and member of the union's negotiating committee, said that those who do stunt work or creature performances would still be at risk under the game company's offer. But what is the game company's offer? I'm not sure if we're getting it here. I might have to dig into that. Let's continue. The performers who got some fruit flies. The performers who bring their body of work to these games create a whole variety of characters, and all of that work must be covered. Their proposal would carve out anything that doesn't look and sound identical to me as I sit here, when in truth, on any given week, I am a zombie. I am a soldier. I am a zombie soldier, Norris said. We cannot and will not accept that a stunt or movement performer, given a full performance on stage next to a voice actor isn't a performer. I don't see anything dishonest about that. They should, if you're playing a part of a zombie, it doesn't matter. You could see my face, or I'm not making any noise with my mouth. I'm a zombie. I'm a zombie. Why am I not getting paid for that? Why do they want to cut that out? That's not right. The global video game industry generates well over $100 billion in profit annually, according to game market forecaster Newzoo. Newzoo. The people who design and bring the games to life are the driving force behind that success, SAG said. I agree with that, but still, every part counts. I have to follow up on and push back on that. Every part counts. Members voted overwhelmingly last year to give leadership the authority to strike. Concerns about how movie studios will use AI helped fuel last year's film and television strikes by the union, which lasted 4 months. 4 months. The last interactive contract, which expired in November 2022, did not provide protections around AI, but secured a bonus compensation structure for voice actors and performance capture artists after 11-month strike that began October 2016. That work stoppage marked the first major labor action from SAG following the merger of Hollywood's two largest actors' unions in 2012. I got a tickle here. So the video game agreement covers more than 2,500 off-camera voice-over performers, on-camera motion capture stunt performers, stunt coordinators, singers, dancers, puppeteers, and background performers, according to the union. Amid the tense interactive negotiations, SAG created a separate contract in February that covered independent and low-budget video game projects. The tiered budget independent interactive media agreement contains some of the protections on AI that video game industry titans have rejected. Games signed to an interim interactive media agreement, tiered budget independent interactive agreement, or interim interactive localization agreement are not part of the strike, the union said. So, what do you think about all of this? I myself, I can't afford to have a studio and pay actors and pay people to do the animations, the effects, and all this kind of stuff. So, for a person like me who's a creator, who wants to create my own short films and eventually full blown films, AI is a godsend for me because yes, I've had it with it's a lot of subscriptions I'm paying for. It's a small fortune, but still, compared to if I had to go out there and go to an actual studio to do what I want, wouldn't even be able to do it. It's just like when I was first started out doing music, I could not afford to go to a music studio, which I tried. I spent thousands and did not go anywhere. My music career didn't go anywhere. Ironically, once I started doing it myself and set up my own home studio, that's when I actually blew up. So yeah, I can see both sides of the fence where people are in fear of their jobs. Not everyone, but when it comes to the actors and with AI, because the AI is getting more and more advanced, which I'll start doing some uh some series on some of these advances. I especially like text to video. I love text to video, and recently I've been dabbling in what is it? Text to picture. That's a question I posed on my Swellcast as well. How do you feel about, would you buy AI art? Or would you deem it to be stolen because, let's say, I don't know any famous artist name, but pick your favorite artist from the real world. What if they um what if they replicated that or trained on it and then made art that's similar to it? Would you feel like that's stolen if you bought a piece of art like that to hang on your wall? Would you deem that to be unethical, or there should be compensation? It's a really, it's a fair question to ask. It really is a fair question to ask because many people do it. Many people are doing it. And I'll give you an example. If I could pull this up 1 second here. Let me pull this up for you. Give me a second here. It's a one man show here. One man show. Okay, so this here, RYB Design Shop. Now, what it is, if this is they sell AI art here. Full disclosure, they, as in myself, I'm dabbling into this, and even the very banner you see here, I use text to photo to or text to image to draw this up. I myself, I love using Leonardo.ai. I'm subscribed to that, but then I'm also subscribed to Midjourney. So there's that. Then even the introduction to the store here, that was also done using AI in Chat GPT. I also use Claude as well. To your left here, this logo was done in Leonardo AI. And like art like this, the ones you're looking at right now. Well, I didn't use any particular style for these here, but one might still argue, what did it train off of to get the concept of a Western cowboy or this tsunami man that I made here and this Kryptonian? What did they use to do some of this stuff here? Like what this one here, when you look at this, tell me what artist comes to mind, because there's a specific artist that I said I wanted to look like. Let me know in the comments. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. Let me know which artist you think that trained off of. Let's see if there's anyone who loves art, know their artists out there. So yeah, I'm torn. I'm definitely torn because it's gonna help someone like me who I have a I've always had an overactive imagination, and so I'm definitely going to take advantage of creating my own short films. Like if you look at my channel, I used to do short films, but I just can't afford it. Even going on independent, what do you call it, for ca- with cast member, looking for cast member. I can't even think of the name of the thing. Looking for cast people for my film, just for everyday, you know, everyday artists. I mean, actors who are not out there in the industry. I couldn't afford it. I'm barely struggling to pay my mortgage and my car note and all this stuff. And so, yes, I want to I want to create films, and I know that I have really great ideas, and so I'm curious to know what you think. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. Leave a like and share this content so it can grow. And we'll see you in the next one.
Stay informed, stay ahead. Welcome to the future. Stay tuned for more updates on the future of technology and robotics. Thank you for watching RBAI News. Visit rehdogg.com/AI News.